You were 26 years old and you were diagnosed with the final stage of cancer. They gave you how many weeks to live?
6 weeks.
And that was 2006. So today I'm really excited because I met Rasheda about 2 weeks ago and I feel like she's like a soul sister for sure because we both live in the same town. It's called Walsall, but I think our accent's going to change to the Walsall accent by the end of this interview, so you may not understand the rest of it. But Rasheda, I wanted to interview you because your story is so interesting, and you as a person, I mean, we couldn't stop talking when we met each other for 3-4 hours. First of all, you started in the finance world, and one of the things that you talk about is wellness and wealth, and how you believe in good health and great wealth.
Yeah.
Both go hand in hand, which I love. So I'm going to fast forward this story because it's quite long. But in 2006, you were 26 years old, and you were diagnosed with the final stage of cancer. They gave you how many weeks to live?
6 weeks.
And that was 2006. So I always believe that the universe, the only way it can wake us up is by shaking us up. That was your shake up, right? Your wake up call. How did you go from being given 6 weeks to being here today in 2019?
The first thing I can say is, I guess it wasn't my time to go, right? So one of my fundamental beliefs is that when you arrive on this planet, it's already written when you're born and when you're going to pass. So that's the first thing. It was because I wasn't meant to go. But what happened in that moment, like you said, we don't get changed until like the world has shake us or circumstance. I realized and learned how connected we are to our body. And in the process, and actually at that time, it was a process out of fear. All the chemotherapy, all the treatment and everything that you hear about, that word cancer and all the stories you hear. So out of that, at that time, out of fear, I made some decisions. And what I realized later is those decisions were actually paramount to self-healing. This is why I sort of say like wellness is your true wealth, because I chased the money. I was a career girl, and until that moment I was given 6 weeks, then all of a sudden you realize money has no value. And the only value I had was if I don't have my health, the money didn't matter. Yeah. And at the same time, if you don't have money, it eventually deteriorates your health. So that's the combination. And so I feel I was truly gifted with that experience because I got connected to my body. I understood how it works. And now I understand self-healing and how anybody can heal themselves from fundamentally any disease.
We create our diseases too. And you told me as well that you knew how the cancer came about by a creation of your own fear within as well. So it's like if we're creating our own diseases, we have the power to create them and heal them, but we still haven't figured that out. I do think we rely way too much, even though we need doctors. I think doctors also need to be educated on alternative ways of the body healing, because we all have that power. Now, today I wanted to talk about kinesiology, because that is a powerful treatment in itself and a holistic treatment. What is it for those who've never heard of it?
Basically, with everything that we do, think, or move, even that slightest thought, something moves in the body. So the body has become like a memory bank, and it collects every single memory, every single thought, and stores it in your conscious, in your subconscious, in your muscles, and all of those things. So kinesiology is the practice of using gentle muscle pushing and accessing muscle memory, so you can access all of those things. And then literally you have a conversation with the body to bring out awareness. And so you can remove those blockages that we collect throughout our everyday life, throughout our upbringing, our past experiences. They simply get stuck in the body. Now, the best example I can give you is, and everybody can relate to that, is when you get stressed, you tend to get tension in the top of your shoulders, and you go for a massage and your massage therapist will say, oh, you've got knots on your shoulders. Are you stressed? And you'll say, oh, yes, I'm extremely stressed. And you can physically feel a knot. So stress was a series of different thoughts and fears and beliefs. And what happened is they got stuck in the body. Became heavy and dense, that created into a physical mass that literally made your muscles knot up, inflame, and create a knot that you could feel. And when pushing it, it hurts. So imagine that's one knot there. Imagine all the blockages that could appear anywhere in the body. And why people heal from sessions of kinesiology, because the natural state of the body is to heal itself.
For me, kinesiology is where the body will not lie. You can lie, but your body won't lie. So show everybody how you showed me what my name is and how my body told me my name was Punam or my name is Rasheda.
Yeah.
Right, so we're going to do a brief demonstration for you of how my body can't lie. This is how I believe kinesiology works with the energy in the body. So show everybody.
So it's not a lie detector, first of all, though it's a good use of it.
Actually, you're right, a lie detector.
Especially for parents and children. So I just want you to say, my name is Punam.
My name is Punam.
And hold. So your body knows that very much. So your name is Punam. And then I want you to just repeat, my name is Rasheda.
My name is Rasheda.
And hold. So there you go. Try to hold. Even pretend you're Rasheda. There's no way that your body can hold that, because you're not Rasheda.
No.
So what happens is there becomes a delay in that conviction. I'm Punam, of course. So your body said.
This is quite scary, because you could literally check anyone saying, I feel like I'm worthy. I feel like I'm good enough.
Absolutely.
It's like, and like I'm saying, you just can't lie. You can pretend on the surface, but inside what you truly believe is coming out.
And what tends to happen is we often say things in our everyday lives. We often say things to ourselves again and again and again. And either they're at the detriment of our well-being, or they empower us and they uplift our well-being. Yeah. The question is what is it that you're saying to yourself on a daily basis?
So what I want to know finally is, how has kinesiology affected, changed, or helped your life overall?
Like before, I always used to believe that we're bound by circumstance and we're bound by our past as well. And with kinesiology, I realized that we don't have to suffer in illnesses. In fact, as I said, 90% of illnesses, I believe, and Deepak Chopra believes, that can be cured through holistic ways, without medication.
Oh, I truly believe that. It's the whole reason I started Soul Traveller, because I've lived like that my whole life. And, Indian culture, even I love Arabic cultures. A lot of cultures, Aborigines, we all believe in the use of nature and earth.
And that's all we had at the time. So if that still works, where did we change to? So for me, it's changed my vision of the world, and how now I know, like, I can help so many people to understand how they can heal themselves. Look, when it's your time to die, you'll die. I'm not somebody who can save your life. I know you have the power within you to live the life that you want up until that last moment.
And I know, I don't know you, but I know your energy, and people might think it's crazy, but when you say you meet somebody and you can feel, there's something not quite right. When I met Rasheda 2 weeks ago, I remember she said, let's meet. And I was like, it's Friday morning. I'm in bed. And she's a mom. She gets up early. So we met. And I remember I could have spoken to you for about 4 or 5 hours. We had to cut it short because she had her kid there. But when I left you, the energy in me after our conversation, just the uplifting, the connection, the conversation was so positive and very spiritual that you can feel how it's affected you, and where you came from 2006 of having 6 weeks to live to being here, teaching people how to live healthily and with good wealth. This was your purpose.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad our accent hasn't changed badly yet.
Right.
The cameras are going to roll off and we'll go back into our Walsall accent. But it was a pleasure to meet you. And I can't wait for
so much.
my private session off camera.